Welcome back to another episode of the For the Healthy Host podcast.
where we talk about conscious living, self awareness, and everything in between.
I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim,
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to be a part of your journey.
Smooth.
How
How
you
you feeling?
feeling? No,
I think I
no.
finished mine before you.
How? Okay, fine. You win. I am feeling in flow. I feel like I'm in surrender mode. I feel like, and I said this last week, but I feel like I'm exactly where I belong.
hmm
Like I told you earlier today, I just love who I become whenever we're here. I feel good. I feel amazing despite what yesterday or the day before it looked like. Just happy to be. What about you?
I'm good, especially today. I'm really good. Last couple days I've been. Yesterday I was really good. I think. Other days before that I was pretty decent. Um, Lately I've been settling like into this new routine of life, getting it down pat, getting it consistent.
Same.
So it's been some adjustments every day. Every day is typically around the same, but it ain't quite. I just ain't quite got the routine down pat yet. But I'm
Mhm.
getting to it though, so I'm happy with where I am with the progress, and I'm happy to see where I'm going to get with it. Um, Mentally, a lot of like old negative files about myself have been like randomly shooting up in my mind. Outdated files on me. Um, some true, some not true. Some was built off like real events and traumas, and some was built off my opinion on how I think it made me look or how I may have felt about it. So it basically never had truth in the beginning. But nevertheless, it's just outdated files about me, negative files about me have just been popping up that don't go with the new software that's inside of me. But every time I try to go throw them out, um, it's like they scream that like they are a part of me. I gave you something. I hold some type of value here, but I know they fucking don't. But when I go to throw them out, they try to make themselves seem like they are a part of like my identity or how I view myself. Um, but them hoes is not a part of the show. So I gotta get them out of the way. Um, and shit just really just clean that whole program out so I can really run how I'm supposed to run.
Wow, that was a beautiful, detailed description of evolution. Wow. What are you?
Oh no, the way you said it was
What?
detailed.
It was a beautifully detailed description of
um,
evolution. It
my mom, it
was.
was the detailed version. Like my mom been playing tricks on me lately, like
Yeah.
trying to talk me out of shit that I know. Or talk me out of like I don't know, it's just like little bitty shit, just random little bitty negative shit that used to bother me, been trying to bother me again,
Yeah.
and I ain't fucking with it in this part of my life. I ain't fucking with it at all.
Period. Because why would you?
Why?
Why would you? But let's take a
Hold
minute.
on. I did not ask my friends how they doing from the
That's
cubes.
exactly what I'm about to do.
Oh, my
You
bad.
think I'm new to
I just
this?
thought you cut my dog off.
Babes,
I
never.
thought that. I thought
Never. Let's take a minute to breathe. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale. Checking in with yourself. Checking in with how you're doing from the cubes.
you stole my shit, bro. I was supposed to.
Just a minute to breathe and connect with your soul, your spirit. Free any space that is begging to be freed, that's begging to be released. Yeah.
And with that out the way, we rapping about today.
Wow, today we're talking about
It was the wow. The
wow.
wow got
Wow is
me.
like my favorite
The wow
word.
got me.
Wow. But today we're talking about the process of detachment, letting go of what no longer serves us. And I think this conversation is long overdue because it's a word that we like, it's so common in our day to day rhetoric. And
You use that word a lot.
bro, what I be like, I just gotta detach. Like that's all I talk about is detaching. Because honestly, detaching has been such a significant part of my life the past few years.
Uh huh.
I guess consciously because detachment is always happening, evolution is always happening, whether we are aware of it or not. But just lately, the past couple of years, my awareness has really come to a space of like, wow, you gotta detach. You gotta make room for
Mm-hmm.
what will be. So, with that being said, I want to start this conversation off by asking you, Mr. Tim,
Slim.
Slim, sorry, what is your philosophy on detachment?
I don't really know if I got a philosophy
Mm-hmm.
per se about detachment. I feel like detachment is one of the processes you go through when you are like analyzing a situation or a person
Okay.
and they standing in your life, and are they finna continue with you or without you? You know what I mean? Are they gonna be a part of this thing or they finna get kicked off?
Mm-hmm.
That is what like detachment is recognizing like, okay, I'm at the point where a decision must be made. Do I carry this with me or am I cutting it off? That is like that's how I think of detachment. Every situation has that process in it. Whether you talking about, friendship, family, work, whatever it is, you have to draw your line, and that line is detachment. If if it comes to this, whatever comes close to this line, it can't come across it to me.
Okay.
I am detached at that point. Like somebody call you with their problems, you can listen to them, but I can't absorb their problems and make them mine. That's why I detach it right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the line. Ain't nothing coming across that. You know what I mean? So detachment really is just like drawing a line in the sand and saying, ain't nothing crossing this. This is sacred land. Only me and the universe, me and Allah over here. Can't nothing else cross this fucking line. I'm detached from all things on this side over here. Like that's what like I guess my philosophy. You a you a poetic ass. Somebody said this shit in the comments. Yo, poetic ass. That is
Because
you.
I said that about you,
No, no, I'm saying it about you though.
but I said it about you. They were quoting me.
Nah, you.
No, that's beautiful. I love that,
You cool.
and even in a sense, like physically, you have to physically detach from things, but you
Hmm.
have to also like mentally detach. And I think the way you
Yeah.
described it, like, is such a beautiful explanation for detachment in all forms.
So what's your philosophy on detachment?
Detachment is expansion. It's openness. I believe it's nature's law. It's renewal. It is an act of love. It's an act of trust. It's an act of faith. It's another chance. I believe that it is the ego's kryptonite and the ego's antidote.
Mm.
And I just think that it's a process that must go on in order to evolve. Evolution of any kind, of all beings. Detachment has to be a part of that process. And that's my philosophy.
You said expansion.
Yes.
That one hit me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like detaching does create a lot of space.
Yes.
I didn't really think of it like that till you said expansion. Like, yeah, you when you let go of something, you see so much more room for the new possibilities in life.
Yeah, it's literally, I want to say math because when you detach, when you subtract, you have space now for more. Whatever that more is,
Yeah.
you have space to add.
Addition by subtraction.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
to think about that one. Yeah, yeah,
that's smooth.
yeah.
I like that in you.
Thank you. Don't look at me, sir. Yeah, I think people miss the point where it's like, in order for change or evolution to happen, you have to literally subtract. And I don't know if we realize it, but we often fear change. Even though we think we
Hmm.
want more, we want different, change is the thing that we actually fear the most. What what specifically do you fear about change?
Baby, what I fear about change the most is who I'm gonna be. That's the
Yeah.
scariest part about it. Like nothing about like change and like a sense of like worldly things scares me at all. I'm not scared of
Right.
nothing in the world. I'm not scared of no man, no person. I'm not scared of change in that sense, but I'm scared of like who am I gonna be on the other side of this if I
Yeah.
commit to it?
Yeah.
How does this work with me or against me?
Mhm.
Like, am I gonna be more combative, more standoff if I, do this? Am I gonna be looking too sensitive? Am I gonna be at a? I be so spooked of like sitting on the couch waiting on the new me to walk into the door so I can get to know him. I'm like, you have no idea who this person is,
Yeah.
even though it's you. You still have no idea. Like I got an idea, of course, of like my core beliefs that travel with every version of me. But then there are layers added on specifically for that season. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
different things added on in that season that are more highlighted or been created in some way to help me through this.
Yeah.
And I just be spooked as hell on like who I'm going to be. What am I going to identify with as myself in this season? That's really be spooking me sometimes. Like, and it's not like spooking it in just like a scary sense, but just like an unknown.
Right.
As humans, like we feed off familiar shit. Like when we
For
in
sure.
familiar settings with familiar faces, we'll commit to that 1,000 times before we commit to something new, which gives us anxiety, which challenges us. It just adds so many layers of danger, right? In a sense, to our mind, danger to who we are right now, which is a
Yeah.
danger to our comfort. So shit,
Mhm.
like it just be scary to know like I'm finna become somebody new. Same me, but new. And at the end of the day, you just have to embrace it and know that whichever you that shows up is the best you for this season. And let's get to know that you, embrace that you, and shit. Shit, eventually he'll be the old you. So let's just really go forward with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, change scares me because I don't know who I'm gonna be.
Bro, what? My sentiments exactly.
My sentiments
My
exactly.
sentiments exactly. Um it's funny that you mentioned something. I can't remember specifically what you said. So I hope what I'm about to say is like
Close.
makes sense. But I was thinking to myself earlier about how like I like change. That's what I tell myself. I like change. Like the
Mm-hmm.
idea of change like it arouses me. Like
You
it
do.
turns me on.
You like it.
I love it. But actually I don't, because it's like through the process of change in the past, it was an outlet for me to keep running from myself because I was afraid of myself. So really I'm thinking I'm changing, but I'm doing the same thing I've always done.
Yeah, yeah.
So like
Shit.
I literally had that thought earlier, and something that you just said reminded me of that. Yeah, I fear what I fear about change the most is that I fear that I'll lose control. I fear that
Mm-hmm.
things won't be exactly how I put them, where I put them. I fear that I'll lose myself. I fear that I'll lose like grip of life. I'll lose
Yeah.
balance. Like I'll fall off balance. And I feel that I'll lose myself. I won't know myself, that I'll continuously be seeking for self. And that seeking self is not bad. That's beautiful. It's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing. And as I'm saying all these things out loud, which this is the beauty of saying things out loud, you kind of see how ridiculous almost that they sound.
Mm-hmm.
um,
or empowering.
or empowering.
Yeah, yeah, both.
With me fearing, and I think this is what like is deeply rooted in me as well. With me fearing, like you said, not knowing, not knowing, period, but
Yeah,
also
yeah.
not knowing who I will evolve into. I fear that those who I love won't love me,
Mm,
won't recognize me, this new version of me, this evolved version of me, this more myself version of me. I always fear that because I don't know. I know it's not true, but it's just like, I mean, because have you ever had a conversation with someone from a past life
hmm.
and we've evolved? We've
Yeah.
evolved together, but the truth be told, there are some people in your life where you just grow apart from. And there's that unfortunate fact that it's kind of like not relatable anymore. Like the conversation
Yeah, yeah,
isn't relatable. So I fear that those who I related to will no longer relate to me once I continue to evolve.
yeah.
And as I'm saying it out loud, it seems as though I'm making my evolution about other people, and it should never be.
Hmm.
The ones who are meant to be in my life will be.
Yeah.
The ones who truly love me unconditionally will continue to love me no matter what form or identity or expansion that I shape or shift into.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I feel you on like people not recognizing who you are now, and it's like it's such a weird thing to see somebody, or it can be friend, family that you've known your entire life, and like y'all sit down now, and it's just like, what do I say now? Like,
Yeah.
what do we joke about now? What do we speak on now? Cause like I'm I know I'm different. Clearly, I can feel
Mhm.
it. I know it,
Mhm.
and I'm give you all credit. You're different. You know what I mean? You different too.
Right.
Both of us, better for ourselves in these forms, but these forms of us don't know each other well.
Yeah.
And like, I don't, I personally do not have the answer to like, how do you restore a new relationship with the same friends?
Sometimes it's not meant to be restored. That's the hard
Maybe,
truth.
maybe,
Sometimes
but
it is, sometimes it ain't.
but are we just not being patient enough or giving it a chance to see if it will restore itself?
That could totally be a
You know what I mean?
possibility.
Like,
Yeah.
cause I know for sure. I know 1,000% in my life. I have not cut people off, but like I'm not in contact with people in this new version of me simply because I don't want to go through an awkward phase where we don't know each other well.
Yeah, something that's weird too,
Yeah,
generally speaking, but also like trying to put the pieces back together for what was.
yeah. When we should be focused on what it is.
Yeah, I do this. This is vulnerable to say sometimes because I said this to myself the other day. Like sometimes I'll do things that I don't want to do, and I'll say things that I don't want to say, just to create noise, like just to avoid silence, just to control. Like I like to control things. I like to control people. Unfortunately, that's one of my toxic. That's a very toxic trait. I do. I like to control things. I
That's
like to
hilarious.
control people because it. I don't know. It gives me a sense of comfort
To be in control
to
of
be in
things.
because if I
Yeah,
feel like I'm in control, and it's like I fear change more than I fear doing things that I don't want to do,
yeah,
or saying things that I don't want to say, or betraying myself. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. I don't think humans understand how much we're willing to put ourselves through in the name of familiarity, in the
Yes.
name of comfort, in the name
Yes.
of
Yes.
things being how they are right now. We will put ourselves through pain and struggle knowingly because it's familiar, because it's like I've been through this pain. I know how much it hurts. I know how long it hurts. I know
Yeah.
how to heal it. I've been
Yeah.
through this struggle. I know how to get through this. I know how to give my all through this and then refill myself. We'll keep putting ourselves through the same pain and struggle because it's familiar to us. Because
Yeah.
outside of that, we don't know what it is. It could be more pain, it could be more painful and for even longer, or it could be less pain. You don't even want to give yourself a shot at even changing that shit.
Yeah.
Cause you so comfortable with the pain that you do know. That you'll just stick with it.
It's crazy work.
It is crazy
It's
work that we put
crazy
ourselves through that
work.
shit in the name of peace. Cause a lot of people's peace looks like my same old problems.
Mm.
That's what a lot of people peace look like. I fuck with my problems, and they'll just stick with them problems, not trying to solve them. I know these problems well. They know me well. We know how we get down, and we comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Our level of what we find peace as is crazy.
Yeah, that's just what you describe as a facade of peace. Because the
Yeah,
truth be told, peace is uncomfortable. We don't want to admit it,
in
but peace
stages,
is
yeah, for
peace
sure.
can be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially in the beginning when
Or
you
yeah,
fighting for it.
yeah, I was gonna say obtaining that
Yeah,
peace can be so uncomfortable, and we we be having to fight ourselves. Like that's just it.
yeah. Last episode you said that when you got to say no to yourself, that shit hit different.
It
That
hit
was cold
different.
as fuck.
Wow, thank
It was
you.
like when you gotta say no to you, that shit is different. Like
Mhm.
it's so easy for like to throw that word around with other people, but when you need to show discipline and fight your own desires, wants, and demons, that no hit way different.
For sure.
That shit was cold work when you said it.
Wow, I'm honored.
Stop it. Stop.
Thank you, sir. So, what are you detaching from in this season of your life?
For me, pain.
Yeah,
Pain has been, like I said in the beginning, like pain has been popping up lately.
and popping up and popping off.
Like for real, been trying to. Pain is what I'm detaching from. My subconscious, like, seen me. Of course, I seen me. I remember me going through struggles and
Yeah.
pains, and I got through them, and it was a success. I got through. I made through. I got the results I was looking for. So it's like my subconscious has set up this equation. Like we have an equation for like get things done. Pain plus endurance equals success. You know what I mean? You go through some shit, you get through that shit, and you're a better version of you.
Mhm.
But the problem is like when you make pain a part of the equation, then you forever unconsciously looking for pain or
Wow.
stress
Wow.
to attach to so you could then take that formula pain plus endurance equals success. Like
Human beings are so basic. Like,
boy,
why
we
the fuck are we so
so it's
basic?
so fucking stupid sometimes. And
Oh
we be
my
basic in the
god.
wrong direction. Like
Like,
basic as hell. So you take that equation and you like try to replicate it in all areas of life. In your relationship, you can't even recognize you self-sabotaging the relationship because you think again pain,
mhm.
bring some pain to the relationship, some fucked up shit, and y'all go through it, and then
Yeah.
y'all will be a stronger couple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We try to bring that equation into everything, but the equation itself is wrong because pain is not your identity.
Mm.
I don't identify with pain no more. I'm not trying to be that person who looks for pain and looks for something to stress about. I'm not trying to identify with pain no more. Pain is not a part of the equation. Pain may have set up the equation, right? But it is not a part of it.
What do you mean it set it up?
Like something you went through. Like I'm not saying like you don't have pain. You went through things,
Yeah.
trauma, and that set up the equation. This plus this equals this. Like pain will make you want to get out of something, and then you set in a formula to get out of it, which is the equation.
Yeah.
Which most times we do, like I said, pain plus endurance equals success. What it really is, if you really did the fucking work on it, right? Because endurance is something beating up on you until it's done with you and you still standing. That's what endurance is, right?
Okay.
But fuck that. The equation should be patience plus faith in you and Allah. Faith in you and the universe equals success. That's what really happened. You was patient through something. You had faith in yourself, you had faith in Allah, and then success happened. So when you do it that way, now you and Allah are beating up on pain itself. And we gonna see how long pain can endure. Me and Allah together beating on this ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. I'm not taking pain ain't finna keep whooping my ass.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm still standing at the end, I'm a success. Now fuck that. Me, my faith in myself, my faith in Allah, the energy He's gave me, gonna beat up on this pain until it's gone, until it can't take no more, and then I'm a success. That shit feel a lot different though.
It
So
does. I love that.
now I'm identifying with faith in myself and faith in Allah, and not identifying with pain.
Mm.
That's what I've been trying to do. And like since I've been doing it, pain been trying to like pop up like and show me ways that it's brought positive things in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm a part of you. Like you remember when you used to be hurt about this? Remember that? And then like now you not hurt about it. So my nigga, we like, yeah. Like, yeah, we like, nigga, fuck no. We are not a thing. We are not an issue together, my boy. Me and you are not a
We're
thing.
not.
Me and Faith got a thing going on.
Yeah.
Me, Faith, and Allah got a thing going on. Not with you, third wheeling ass nigga.
Period.
Like, I'm not with it. Like, no
That is
more.
so funny. It's so real though.
So yeah, I'm detaching from pain. I think most pain in life, don't get me wrong, we do go through traumas.
For sure.
Things happen. But I think most of the pain we go through in life is self inflicted.
For
Like
sure.
we put ourselves through
Yeah.
things because we want things so bad.
Yeah.
And when we don't have them, then pain sets in. So I think a lot of times we just let go of that. I don't think the average human needs to feel as much pain as they put themselves through
Agreed.
at all. So fuck pain.
Fuck pain. I love that. That man said, I ain't gotta worry about pain. Pain gonna have to
Pain
worry
gonna have to worry
about
about
me.
me, like,
Pain gonna have to worry about
Fuck,
me.
at this point, nah, fuck
Cause
that.
what?
They got
You gonna
me.
have to worry about me.
Yeah.
I love that. Also, pain in any emotion. Is pain emotion? No, it's an experience.
Yeah.
But
Damn, it's crazy.
yeah, like what? Pain is an experience.
Not an emotion.
It's not an emotion, but pain, any negative and even high vibrational experiences or feelings, we will feel them. Right?
Mhm.
But we just can't attach to them because when you attach to them, you literally make them your identity. And like you said, you're
Yeah.
looking for them everywhere. And guess what? If you're looking for it, pain, anger, like
Gonna
all
find
that
it.
shit, it's going to find you.
Yeah. You
It's
gonna
going to
find
find
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Most of all emotions are made to be fleeting,
Mm.
not to be sustained. Like when you feel happy, you're supposed to get to it. It's at 100, and then it's supposed to just like slowly dip down.
Yeah.
100 to 99, 98,
100.
97, 100. I don't know,
100.
100. You know what I mean? It's just supposed to
Yeah.
slowly dip down. Like emotions aren't made to be sustained at all times.
Right.
So I ain't gonna say I hate, but I be wanting to pull somebody aside and like I just want to be happy, ready to get to the happy part of my life. I'm sadly to tell you, sister,
Brother.
brother, it's gonna be short. It's gonna be short, but it's gonna be repetitive. It's gonna come back.
Yeah, you gave us a great sermon one week about that.
I did. I can't remember.
I can't
none of the
remember what
shit
you
I said. I
said,
can't
but
remember the shit I
it was
said.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still in here. I still feel it.
I can't remember it though.
In this season of my life, I'm detaching from worry, from fear, from doubt, from struggle, from control. And I know that's just like not one thing, but if I had to categorize all of those emotions, all of those experiences, all of those actions, I would say is lack. So I'm detaching from lack. And in the past, I'm still healing from this lack or fear or worry. It has felt like taking care. It has felt like due diligence. It has felt like protection. Like, yeah, like I'm riding for me. I'm
Yeah,
riding
yeah.
for mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's not that. It's hurting me. It's shrinking me. And it's like, yeah, I'm optimistic. I have all these great qualities about me. I've always had all of these.
1,000.
I've always had all these great qualities about me. I'm very optimistic.
Fine.
and fine. Oh my
Real
God.
shit.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Go
Cause
ahead. Go
why?
ahead then. Go ahead. My bad. My bad.
Optimism, hope, truth. It has always had a seat at the table.
Hmm.
But lack has always had a seat at the table.
Unfortunately.
She's always peeking around the corner like, oh, I wonder if she's going to see me here. And, often I do. Often I allow lack to have a seat at this table. Even when I didn't think lack was present, she was there. It was like, now I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm conscious that lack is here. I can now reflect and look back and see all the places where she showed up.
Mm.
She showed up in conversation with self, with others. She showed up in doings. She showed up in the plan. She
Yeah.
showed up in the dream.
Yeah.
Like she took place everywhere when I thought I was doing due diligence, when I thought I was taking care. And it's like we often place the blame of lack on capitalism. And yes, capitalism, she a hoe. But
Fuck nigga.
also like, have you ever felt like you didn't belong? Cause like I
A
don't know if
thousand
I
times.
actually felt like I belong. Like I didn't feel like I was worthy of being. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like I was worthy of taking up space. And I don't think that had anything to do with anybody but myself. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Shadow was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe the world is to blame for your faults. But also like the higher version of me is like, nah, this is your battle. I feel like I've always done everything I could to like challenge the limiting belief that I didn't belong
Hmm.
or that I wasn't worthy, right?
Which is
Just
a
by
good thing.
being, huh?
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's great. I've always
Yeah.
challenged it, but at the like, I didn't know I was challenging it.
Mm.
Like, does that make sense? I had no idea that I was actually challenging it because it was just that fear, that belief. It was so deep rooted in myself.
Hmm.
And now I'm uncovering it and realizing that I did believe that I wasn't worthy at my core, but now I am. I guess by shedding a light on that, I now see that I am absolutely worthy. I'm worthy just by being. I'm worthy to take up space. I'm worthy to show up how I need to show up. And I think for the longest, I was just running from myself.
Mm.
And now the only direction that I want to run is inward because
That was a good one.
I know that inward where divinity lies, where abundance lies, where infinite peace lies. Lack could never give me any of the shit that inherently exists within me. So I'll always run towards myself. I'll never be afraid of myself again.
Run towards myself is crazy.
It's crazy.
That one's good. That one is crazy.
Wow, thank you. I'm just speaking my little
I'm just
truth.
speaking my
Speaking my little truth.
I feel you. Lack has been there for me. Like at times I did not want it to be. Like almost instantly too. At the moment I say something good about myself, a
What?
contradicting thought would lightning its way out of nowhere.
That is the story of my life.
I say something positive and a contradicting thought would lightning itself out of nowhere to the front of my mind.
You're reading my soul.
It was like a kid at the back of the classroom just said some shit like,
Yeah.
and it's my classroom. I gotta say something about it. I gotta be a fucking jerk or whatever.
Yeah, I'm really my biggest hater.
Like shit be crazy.
Yeah.
You be your biggest supporter and hater.
Yeah, for sure.
I
But
just gotta. I don't know. That I'm glad I'm past that part.
yeah,
That I give it so much power. It still will happen.
it
It
still
still
happens for
happens.
sure.
But he getting his ass whooped. Now he
Right.
getting his ass whooped now.
Yeah, mopping the floor. What sister said, "For that bitch no yoga
Matt,
mat.
chat.
Chat." That's
Short
what I'm doing.
chat. And Shorty
Chat.
wild.
Scissor,
Yes.
she's the best.
Her and Dot together, they like
Dynamic duo.
dynamic duo
Unbeatable
of
duo.
unhingedness.
Right? But it's just truth though. And that's why I love them and connect with them so much because they the realest niggas alive.
They actually remind me of Step Brothers. Like the movie. Cause
Why?
they unhinged, bro. The shit that come off their lips sometimes.
They hella
You fucking
unhinged.
with niggas you thinking they cuter than you.
Oh,
Like they are unhinged to a point. Then together, oh, they like they held together.
to be honest though, I strive to have that level of unhingedness.
With you, me and you.
With you,
Yeah, yeah, I
yes.
know. Like,
Because the thing is, they feel safe. What I love is they feel safe enough individually, but
I
also
believe that.
together to be
Yeah,
like unhinged.
yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely reaching a level of respectful unhingedness
Yes, yes.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. And
Yeah.
it seemed like insanity, but it also seemed so close to right.
Right?
It do to just be unhinged.
Ugh.
Do the thing you said you was gonna do with no repercussion in your life, because it's gonna be all right for you. Fuck whoever it's not gonna be all right for.
At the end of the day, what I want to do is going to be fine for me.
Yeah.
Now, is it going to be fine for them? Is it going to be fine for him, for her? Maybe not.
It's like
But I'm going to be
it's like
okay.
lane switching without looking. Like, I'm gonna be all right now. You might have to swerve around me, but I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna get where I'm going. You might be fucked up after this though.
You know what, too? What do I call it? The ratchet girl in me. I don't even know what to call it, but a part of me is also like, at the end of the day, nobody's going to whip my ass. No one's going to beat my ass at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? You get your ass whooped. That is the exact worst that can happen. That you get fucked up by me. That's your in your head. That's the
In my
worst.
head?
Yeah, that's the worst thing that can happen is that you gotta whoop their ass.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a violent woman.
Not a violent person. We don't
I
promote
don't
violence.
promote violence.
Not at all. Not one piece. Not one piece at all.
Not at all. I guess to bring this conversation to an end, I want to ask you,
Oh shit. Thought it was done.
what is not over?
Go ahead.
What
I'm not prepared for this.
has helped you surrender to flow?
Realizing or taking responsibility that these are my pieces, whether I broke them or not, to put back together.
Okay.
Whether I broke the pieces or not, these are my pieces to put back together. And in whatever image I want them to be in.
Wow.
It may have started out like a shattered mirror, but we turn this into whatever I'm feeling at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, realizing that I may not have broke the pieces, but putting them back together is my responsibility. Is how I'm flowing.
And I'ma paint it how I want it.
What?
That's what you said. That's what J. Cole said. And I'ma paint it how I want it.
You a J. Cole fan, so I was trying to figure out where that was from.
I'm a Dot and a Kendrick fan, so
You
we're not.
you got here, yeah, you got here late, but you are a Dot.
I always
fan.
knew that Kendrick was talented, but I just at that time in my life I resonated more with Dot.
You ready more with Cole.
With Cole, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm at a point where I resonate more with Mr. Kendrick Duckworth.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Kung Fu
So
Kenny.
for you, how you resonating with flow?
I'm surrendering to flow.
How you surrendering to flow? Excuse my French.
I'm surrendering to flow by making space, holding space with my shadow. I think for so long I wanted to push down the bad parts of me, the parts that society would define as bad, the parts that I defined as bad or wrong or unhinged or not right, is holding space for her, not pushing her to the side. Because when you push something to the side, it's still there. It's still in the corner, looking at you, waiting for you to give it attention. Because at some point you will, because you just pushed it aside. Same thing with a molded orange. When you throw it in the trash can, it is still there, molded, exposing and spreading its moldiness. Is moldiness a word?
Moldiness is
Moldy?
definitely a word today. If it wasn't, I agree. I agree with you. It's a word.
It's moldiness.
Moldiness.
I'm saying it with confidence. To everything else that's in the bin. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
it's not going anywhere. It's
Yeah.
still there. So by holding space for her, by literally caressing her, holding her, And I was thinking the other day, I was just like, something in particular I experienced when I was 14, and I was feeling bad about it, about how I handled it, about the experience itself. And I was just like, damn, no one ever told you it was okay. No one ever held you through that. And maybe they did, but I just don't remember it. And I need to be held right now. That part of me needs to be held right now. So I'm going to hold her. And I know we be searching for like advice, or we be wanting to be told what we need to hear by other beings outside of ourselves, but we're the only being that knows what we need to hear. Like, we know
True.
what we need to hear. And so I've been making space, holding space for my shadow self. And by holding space for her, I'm making space for new, for everything that is yearning for me. I'm making space for it. And that's it. That's
That's
how I'm
really
surrendering
good.
to flow.
That is good.
I appreciate that,
I
really,
appreciate that.
truly.
You said yearning. Yes,
Yearning.
you
Wait,
did.
what song am I singing?
Tim's.
But I'm thinking of Burning,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but
she
yeah,
said it in Free Mind.
yeah.
I love Tim's.
Tim's is hard. But
She's great.
with that being said,
With that being said, remember to flow.
hmm
Don't fight change.
hmm
Change is happening whether you want it to happen or not.
yeah,
It's happening as you listen to this conversation. It's happening as we have this conversation. But change, evolution gets a little bit easier when you just let it happen.
hmm
When you just allow it to flow. It's a process, and it'll happen once you start to practice it. It'll happen.
smooth.
With that being said, we're sending you so much peace, so much love, so much abundance, so much flow, and everything you need in this moment. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mwah.
Peace.